Welcome back to lecture series in circuits and networks. In last class, we were discussing about two-port parameter representation of H parameters, two-port network representation of H parameters. And today we are going to discuss what is ABCD parameter. It is also known as transmission parameters. Why so? Transmission means everybody know that we are transmitting electricity from one point to another point through a long transmission lines. In Kerala, KSEB is doing that. They are having long transmission line, distribution line, such lines are there. You can see from tower to tower there is transmission lines. And nearby your homes, you can see distribution lines. Okay. Such things are not that much needed now, but anyhow, for representing such lines, such transmission lines, we are using ABCD parameters. That is, for representing physical transmission lines, we are using ABCD parameters. Anyhow, representation of transmission lines means if we are having a 200 kilometer line in between two towers, a 200 kilometer line, suppose three lines are there as phase lines. You are representing it as some equivalent circuit like R, L, C, capacitance in between line and earth, inductance, resistance. This is equivalent representation. For representing a line, we can draw it as sending end. This may be sending end actual, this may be actual receiving end. So, voltage of sending end, voltage of receiving end. We can represent like this. But current may be going like this only. In sending end also current may be like this. In receiving end also current direction is like this. We are transmitting it. But if you are representing like this may be current from the sending end IS or I1. In receiving end also current may be like this I2 or IR. So this can be modeled as a two-port network. This is one port, sending end. This tower is sending end and this tower, this is tower. This tower is receiving end. So VS, VR that we are generally using. But if it is two-port network, we can also call it as V1, and whatever there inside the network, we can generally draw it as a port, as a box, two-port network. I1, and this is VR, receiving end voltage, V2, I2. But look, the direction of I2 is towards outside. But up to the moment we were discussing all two-port networks with I1, I2 was feeding towards inside. This is the one major difference of ABCD parameter. I will draw this block diagram here. It is a two-port network, A, B, C, D. Okay, you can mark it as ABCD. Otherwise also both are correct. You can mark ABCD inside, that is also correct. I1, V1, this is V2, but I2 is flowing towards outside. So what was the general direction of I2? For any two-port network, our general direction was this. But if it is for any two-port network, our general direction is this is I2. Okay. But if it is a ABCD network, ABCD parameter representation, if it is a ABCD parameter representation, then I2 direction will be based on the transmission network, it will be outside. So we have to take minus I2 in A, B, C, D parameters. We have to take negative I2 in ABCD parameters. For all the other two-port network, you have to take I2 towards inside. Only in ABCD parameters, you have to take I2 outside. Why? Because this ABCD model is always using to represent transmission parameters. Transmission parameters means current is always generating. It is coming from some Idukki generating station and it may be going towards Calicut. And we are taking some 50 kilometer area and we are modeling it as a two-port network. Then current will be always going towards Calicut itself. It will not come from Calicut to Idukki. Because it is generating at Idukki and we are at Calicut we are waiting for the power to come from Idukki. We are receiving it from Idukki through the transmission lines. That is the concept. Okay. And now the function arrangement is also a bit different. Till now we are taking in Z parameter V1, V2. In Y parameter independent variables are I1, I2. In ABCD parameters, independent variable are V1, I2. For all those things, these independent variables are selected in such a way that first one be voltage or current from first port, second one will be voltage of current from the other port. Please check. In case of Z parameter, what were the independent variable? V1, V2. In case of Y parameter, I1, I2. In case of H parameter, V1, I2. All those are selected in such a way that first independent parameter will be from first port and second independent parameter will be from second port. But in ABCD, it is not like that. Both the independent parameters are from transmitting end, from this tower, from this area, V1, I1. Both the independent parameters are taken from one side, from the sending side. In exam point of view, you need not draw these things. You can start from this itself. You can write that it is used for representing transmission lines. And that only is needed. So, V1, I1 are the independent parameters. Generally, if V1, I1 are the independent parameters, what will be dependent parameters? V2 and I2. Sure, V2 and I2. It will be happening like that. And I2 you have to take minus I2 because current direction is reversed in ABCD parameters. So, let me write this equation. V1 is equal to something into V2 plus something into minus I2. Okay. So, what happened? I have to give this minus 2 here. And I1 will be something into V2 and something into minus I2 plus something into minus I2. So, in effect it will become minus I2. Then let me ask what will be the something. These are the parameters. This will be A, this will be B, this will be C, this will be D. So, if I am arranging these things in a matrix form, what will be the matrix? V1, I1 will be A, B, C, D into dependent parameters. V2 minus I2. This is the matrix representation. Now we are moving to find A, B, C, D. So that we know that we have to make either V2 0 or I2 0. Then only we can find A, B, C, D. Okay? Okay? So now we are going to find each terms from the matrix, that is A, B, C, D. We have to find each parameters. So how we can find? So these are the basic equation number 1 and equation number 2, which is V1 is equal to A V2 minus B I2 and I1 is equal to C V2 minus D I2. In sub books you can see plus B into minus I2 plus D into minus I2, that is also right. So now I want to find A and C. How can I find A and C? Then how can I want to make the second term 0, that is I2 should be made equal to 0. How I can make I2 0? What is I2? I2 is physically the current that is flowing towards out from the output side. Input side I1, in the output side of the two-port network I2 is also flowing towards outside. So that is nothing but I2 is the output current. So I want to make output port open. If a port is open, its current will be 0. If a current want to flow, there should be some path, otherwise current cannot flow. So open means current is equal to 0. So I2 is made 0 by open circuiting output port. If I2 is equal to 0, this equation will become, equation number 1 will become V1 is equal to A V2, and equation number 2 will become I1 is equal to C V2. From the first equation, A is equal to V1 by V2 at condition I2 is equal to 0, and C is equal to I1 by V2 at condition I2 is equal to 0. Very simple. Now I want to make the other thing, that is I want to find B and D, so that these sides should become 0. So make V2 is equal to 0. How a voltage can be made 0? A voltage is 0 only when the circuit is short circuit. Short circuit means no potential difference between 2 points. Short circuit means no potential difference, it is short. So current will be high but voltage will be 0. So short circuit, which port? Again it is at output port, we have to make V2. Short circuit the output port. Output port or port 2, both are same. So what will be the equations? Equation number 1 will become V1 is equal to minus B I2, and equation number 2 will become I1 is equal to minus D I2, and from this one B is equal to minus V1 by I2 at, what is the condition? At V2 is equal to 0. And also, what is D? D is equal to minus I1 by I2 at V2 equal to 0. So these are the 4 ABCD parameters. Now you have to learn the derivation for condition for reciprocity, condition for symmetry, such things if you are interested. That is also important for exam point of view, but as it is just mathematical things and scenario of rearrangement only, I am not going to deal all these things in this class. So the basic method for doing those derivations are explained in our previous classes. For Y parameter and Z parameters, we did all those derivations, but it's now your turn to do those derivations your own in your book. You can refer any of textbooks. Anyhow, now we are moving to a problem by using ABCD parameter. Okay, so this is the problem. Find ABCD parameter of this network. It is a resistive network. Before going to start the problem, let me tell a few things. For all the problems that we have discussed in two-port network, there is several methods. Finding equivalent resistance is one method. Applying KCL is applying KVL is another method. Just applying mesh analysis in all loops, that is also a method. So in today's class, I am trying that method. If you want that method, or if you find that is very easy, you can apply that method in other problems also. But for me, my option is you have to follow this mesh analysis method for ABCD parameters, because those methods we already discussed in the previous class for finding Z11, Z12 are somewhat complicated in case of ABCD parameter. We are taking I1 is equal to 0, open circuiting, short circuiting, such things is somewhat difficult, or there is a chances for more mistakes in case of ABCD parameter. So in the case of ABCD parameters, we are using another method, that is mesh analysis method. Okay, so we can solve this problem using mesh analysis method. Okay, so we have to select the direction of loop currents. Basically, in normal problems, you will be taking loop direction either all loops in clockwise or all loops in anti-clockwise direction. But in this case, that is not possible. That is also possible, but it is advised that you have to take direction based on the given direction, because in all problems I1 will be coming inside, I2 will be coming inside from this direction. You may have a confusion that I already told you I2 is going outside like this. Yeah, it is practical case. In practical case, I2 is like this, but for any two-port network, the standard direction is this only. And we accounted this practical direction in case of ABCD parameter with minus I2 in the derivation. So in problems, you have to take I2 by this only. If you are taking minus I2 in equation and you are reversing the direction, means it is wrong. If direction is like this, then only you have to take minus I2 in derivation. That is already accounted, so don't get confused. This will be same in all two-port network problems. V2 will be like this, I2 will be going inside. But in case of ABCD parameter, we know that I2 we have to consider in the opposite direction. That's why we taken minus I2 in derivation. That is there in ABCD calculation. Now take I1 direction, take this loop direction based on this I1 direction. This is loop 1. And there is no specific direction for this one. You can take either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So I am taking the same direction of loop 1. So 1 and 2 are okay. Then what about loop 3? For loop 3, you can see I2 direction is already given. So you have to take in that direction. And take this as loop 1, take this as loop 2, and this as loop 3, because if you are taking this as loop 2 in your equation, this current will be I3 if this is loop 3. So this I2 will be marked as I3 in loop equation. That will make some confusion. For avoiding that confusion, for making this I2 same as this one, we are taking loop 2 for this loop and loop 3 for this loop. So this is loop current I1, this is loop current I3, and this is loop current I2. Okay, so we are now going to do the KVL for loop 2. Okay, this is the circuit, these are the values 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, and already we got the first equation, that is KVL for loop 1. So these things are okay. So now we are moving to loop 2. Okay. So as we all know, the plus minus notations are not that much important in case of loop analysis. If you are following this loop, you have to be very careful about this polarity, because negative V is coming first. So your equation should be starting like that. But for the 1, it is always plus 1, because current will be always entering at this polarity, and you are writing the equation on the same trace, because in loop direction the arrow mark is not just a direction, it is the direction of current. That's why the direction of trace or equation writing direction and the current direction are same, so that you will be always get plus here, plus 1 into I1, plus 2 into I1 minus I3, such things are arriving. So please tell me what is the KVL for loop 2. No voltage source are there, so you can start from here. You are seeing 2 initially, 2 ohm into, as we are starting in loop 3, sorry, this okay, write it as loop 3 for avoiding confusions. Loop 3, 2 into I3, because you have to take I3 first, we are standing in I3, minus I2. Let me ask one thing. What is the logic of minus I2? Because this I3 is entering at this terminal for the 2 ohm resistor. So it is plus with respect to I3. But for the same resistor there is one more current. Which is that? That is this current. I1. This I1 is entering at this terminal. But with respect to I3, this is negative. With respect to I3, this is positive and this is negative. And I1 is entering at the negative terminal with respect to I3. For I1, it is positive. But for I3, this terminal is negative. That's why they are in opposing. I3 is entering at downside, whereas I1 is entering at the top side. So opposing. That's why we have to take like I3 minus I1. Okay? Plus 1 ohm into only one current, I3. Plus 2 ohm into, here we have to be very careful. Okay, 2 ohm into, what is the case? I3 and I2 are same direction now. This case happens only in this example, in the entire module that I have covered. Such a case happens in first time, because here all the 3 loops are not assumed with same direction. This I2 is assumed based on I2 of the 2-port network, and this is the V2. That's why this loop direction is different from this loop direction. So that for this 2 ohm resistor, I2 is entering at top side, whereas I3 is also entering at top side. So both are having same direction, both are supporting, both are adding, so that we have to mark it as 2 into I2 plus I3. Very, very important. That is equal to 0 because no voltage source. Now let me solve it. 2I3 plus I3. 3I3 plus 2I3. That is 5I3 minus I2 I1, 1 I2 is there, plus 2 I2 is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Okay, now let me move to KVL for loop 2, that is the final loop. Once again, let me ask why I am giving the I2 loop here. Why not that name is given to the second loop? Because basically this is first loop, this is second loop, this is third loop. But we interchange the markings. Why? Because I2 is the current in the outside port. So for avoiding confusions, I am taking this as second loop, I2 loop. Okay. Okay. In this loop, we know there is a voltage source. So if you are starting from this side, what happened? Initially 2 ohm. 2 into, we are standing at I2, and we know both I2 and I3 are in same direction. I2 plus same direction with respect to the 2 ohm resistor. I2's direction is, this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. But for the 2 ohm resistor, both they are flowing from top to bottom. That is the case. For 2 ohm resistor, it is I2 plus I3. Then for the voltage source, we are seeing minus first with this polarity. Minus V2 is equal to 0. So what will be the equation? 2I2 plus 2I3 is equal to V2. This is the third equation. Now we are moving to the mathematical adjustment stages for reducing the equations into the standard format of our ABCD parameters. We are having some standard equation for ABCD parameter. We are converting these equations into that format. Then we can easily find what is A, what is B, C, D. Okay. Okay, so these are the three equations we already got from KVL loop equations. Now I am going to rearrange these equations for making it into standard form of our ABCD parameter equation. So follow these steps. From equation number 2, I am taking I3 outside because we know we want only I1 and I2 in standard ABCD parameter equation. V1, V2 and I1, I2 are there. I3 is not there. We don't want I3. So I3 should be taken out from any one of the equation and that should be substituted in other equation so that I3 can be eliminated. So I3 is equal to, from this equation 5I3 is equal to 2I1 minus 2I2. Then I3 is equal to, please divide this 5. 2 by 5 I1 minus 2 by 5 I2. That is equation number 4. Now we got I3 in terms of I1 and I2. Now I am going to substitute this in other two equations so that I3 will be eliminated. So substitute 4 in equation 3. This is equation 3. Okay. So 2I2 plus 2 into I3, that should be substituted. 2 into 2 by 5 I1 minus 2 by 5 I2 and that is equal to V2. So please do this calculation. You can get 4 by 5 I1 plus 6 by 5 I2 is equal to V2. So that 4 by 5 I1 is taken at left side, then on the right side you will get V2 minus 6 by 5 I2. What is I1? Then you will get I1 is equal to, you have to cross multiply this 5 by 4 into other side. Then it will be 5 by 4 V2 minus 3 by 2 I2. Now please check. This is one of the standard format of our ABCD parameter equation. That is I1 is equal to CV2 minus DI2. That is the second line of our ABCD parameter equation. What was the first line? V1 is equal to AV2 minus DI2. And second line I1 is equal to CV2 minus DI2. So please compare 5 with this standard equation 6. Then you will get C is equal to 5 by 4 and D is equal to 3 by 2. So you can now see this method is very easy. If you are not to apply KVL and how to substitute things, this method is very easy and you no need to go for making V2 0, I2 0, open circuit, short circuit. Such steps are not required. But it is having a little bit complexity if our basic method is that simple. Okay, so now we are going to find A and B. C and D are already obtained. Before going to find A and B, we should be having a thing in your mind that what are the parameters that you require in the left side and right side. So that the equation of A and B is that V1 is equal to A into V2 plus, minus B into I2. And I1 is equal to similarly C into V2 minus DI2. So we need V1, V2, I2. These three things are only required in any of the equation. Is there any equation in that format till the moment? We are basically 1, 2, 3, 4. and we are having one more equation 5 in the last calculation. But in these standard equation, no equations are in this form. So we are going to adjust the equations. Basically, what we did earlier in the previous slide, we substituted 4 in 3. Now I am going to substitute 4 in 1. Substitute 4 in equation number 1. 3i1 minus 2 into the substitution. I3, 2 into 2 by 5 i1 minus 2 by 5 i2, that is equal to v1. So open the bracket. v1 will give 11 by 5 i1 plus 4 by 5 i2. That is equation number 7. Now check. Is this in the standard form? v1 is okay and i2 is also okay. But here i1 comes. That is not permissible. Anyhow i1 is there. How we can eliminate that i1? So that I1 should be substituted with some other equation which is having V2. V2 should be there. And I2 is also permissible in that substitution because I2 can be further solved with this term. Is it clear? I1 should be substituted in terms of V2 and I2. So I am having one equation in the previous slide. That was equation number 5. That was the standard equation for finding C and D. I1 is equal to 5 by 4 V2 minus 3 by 2 I2. All know this equation. We obtained this equation in the previous board. So, I am going to substitute this equation number 5 in 7. Substitute 5 in 7. V1 is equal to 11 by 5 into I1. I1 is 5 by 4 V2 minus 3 by 2 I2 plus 4 by 5 I2. Is it okay? Now open the brackets and do the calculations. V1 is equal to 11 by 5 V2 minus 5 by 2 I2. That is equation number 8. Now it is okay. V1 is equal to A V2 minus B I2. V1 is equal to 11 by 5 V2 minus 5 by 2 I2. So A is equal to 11 by 5 and B is equal to 5 by 2. By simply comparing 8 with this standard equation, we can find A and B. So what are the advantages of this method? No need to make any side open circuit, no need to make short circuit, such calculations are not needed. But in simple problems like Z parameters, Y parameters and up to an extent H parameters, this method is not needed because there are chances for complications. If you don't think in the right sense, you may lose little time for arranging the things into the standard form. So it is not a sure shot. But the other method is really simple for simple questions. But for ABCD parameters, my advice you to follow this method. And I am suggesting you to try our previous problems that we worked out in Z, Y, H parameters with this method also. If you like this method, you can opt this method as your method. That is up to you. But my choice is that what I made till now in the problems. I opted my own method. So I suggest you to follow this method only in ABCD parameters, and that is up to you. You can try this for other parameter problems also. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. By this we are coming to the end of all 4 parameters, and we will move to some cascade connection, series connection, parallel connection in the next class. So hope you enjoyed this video. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.